Hello! Today we will learn about environmental hazards, soil erosion specifically. This is the first of a two-part lesson, and at the end of the lesson, you should be able to explain soil erosion, identify human activities that cause erosion, describe methods of controlling erosion, and describe practical methods of preventing erosion on a given farmland. Let's begin. Environmental hazard is a term used for any situation or state of events which poses a threat to the environment and adversely affects the ecosystem. Soil erosion is the washing away of the upper layer of the soil due to forces such as water, wind, snow, as well as human activities. The topsoil, which is the upper layer of the soil, contains the most nutrients, and it is very important to farming. The causes of soil erosion can be natural or through human activities, and they include 1. Land use. Humans play a major role in soil erosion through their use and abuse of natural resources. For example, deforestation, grazing, bush burning, arable land use, faulty farming systems, mining, and so on. This ultimately leads to the absence of ground vegetation and causes gradual depletion of the topsoil. 2. Climate. The two most important climatic factors having a direct effect on erosion are precipitation and wind velocity. 3. Landforms. Slope, gradient, slope length, and shape of slope are the important variables of landform that affect erosion processes for all types of soil erosion. Example, splash, sheet, rill, and gully erosion. 4. Excessive rainfall. Excessive rainfall can erode the topsoil. Soil erosion results in land infertility, desertification, and flooding. However, it can be controlled and prevented, and some of the ways through which we can do that include 1. Planting of vegetative cover. Planting cover crops such as trees, grasses, shrubs to cover the soil surface. This will reduce the effect of rainfall on the soil. The roots of the vegetative plants help to bind the soil particles together. 2. Limiting land use activities. This reduces the damage done to the topsoil, which helps to reduce erosion. 3. Mulching. This is the covering of ridges, beds, and mounds on the farm with leaves, dry grasses, and straw. Mulching reduces the impact of raindrops on the soil and thereby prevents erosion. 4. Crop rotation. This is the growing of certain crops in an order and rotating them every planting season in order to maintain soil fertility and also prevent water erosion. 5. Ridging across slope. Ridges should be constructed across and not along slopes to reduce the speed of runoff. 6. Application of organic manure. Organic matter prevents loss of water from the soil and makes the soil moist at all times. This makes the particle of the soil heavy for wind to blow away. 7. Irrigation. Artificial application of water to the soil will make the soil moist, thereby binding the soil particles together and preventing the soil particles from being blown away by wind. Soil is naturally created, and this creation process is a slow process that takes many years. Therefore, when the soil creation process is constantly disrupted by natural forces and human activities, it becomes hazardous to the environment. This brings us to the end of today's lesson. Today, we have learned what soil erosion means, its causes, and how we can prevent and control soil erosion. In our next lesson, we'll talk about flooding. Bye.